Over the last few weeks, the UK government has made quite a number of changes on the UK immigration rules, and it's very important for you to ensure that you have adequate information and proper understanding of some of these changes, as this will definitely influence your next visa application. For those who will be switching their visa or for those who will be extending their visa, some of these changes and policies affects these applications, and it's important for you to ensure that you've got adequate knowledge of what exactly is applicable on the visa category you're planning to apply for. And that's why in this video I'm going to share with you some of the changes that have been made, and further clarification on some of the things that I've been getting loads of questions from folks on this channel for, and at the same time also share with you guys some of the updates in relation to the skilled worker visa. So if this is interested, don't go anywhere, keep watching to the end. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, hit the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. My returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Before I get right into the video, I'd like to share with you this information. If you're planning to transition into tech, you're currently in the UK or outside the UK, and you're trying to apply for jobs in different sector as a project manager, data analyst, business analyst, scrum master, and what have you, and you're stuck, you're struggling, and you need clarification on certain things, then you definitely want to check out my one-to-one session. I'm going to put a link up there and also in the description of this video for us to have a chat. I've been able to share my strategies with quite a number of people who have been able to contact me and give me feedback on how they've been able to land their job. And just a couple of days ago, someone contacted me after we had our one-to-one session and put into practice some of the things we discussed. He was able to land a project management job. Although the job didn't come with sponsorship, however, is now in the field and it's definitely going to flourish and then transition into sponsorship role. So if you want to have a one-to-one chat with me, one-to-one session, then click on the link in the description below. And if you're planning to write IELTS, because IELTS is one of the documentation required if you're trying to get a skilled worker visa or a student visa in the UK, I've been able to collate quite a number of resources that are available that I'm definitely sure is going to land you at least an 8.0 band score in your IELTS exam. So you want to click on the link in the description of this video or on the screen up there to get this IELTS study package. With the changes made by the UK government over the past couple of weeks on different visa categories, it's very important for you to ensure that you have adequate information so as to ensure you get a success on your next visa application. Because here in the UK, you definitely have to keep applying for, and extending your visa until you're eligible for your indefinite leave to remain. And the UK constantly changing their policy and immigration rules. It's very important for you to ensure you keep yourself up to date so you don't make wrong decisions. I've spoken with people who are practically clueless on some of the changes being made, and people are of the opinion that there's a lot of information online, but the truth is quite a number of people are still not well informed, and for those who think they are well informed, many of them don't have adequate understanding of some of these policies. I spoke with someone a couple of days ago and I was absolutely surprised when she was telling me about her plans to bring family in January, and surprisingly she was talking about the family member bringing in Dependant in January 2024, despite the news going around as regards the UK stopping a dependent visa come January 2024. Now, one of the questions asked by people which I feel need good clarification. I spoke to someone a couple of days ago actually, about 2 weeks to be precise, and she recently got a job as a skilled worker. She's on a dependent visa, and I was practically shocked when she told me she wasn't going to take the job because students are not allowed to switch while she's on a dependent visa. That's why the question being asked by most people is, can someone on a dependent visa switch to a skilled worker visa? The answer is yes. So if you're on a dependent visa, for those on dependent visa, it's in common knowledge that your visa is tied to your primary applicant, who is a student who is currently on a student visa. However, based on the information on the gov.uk, whoever is on dependent visa, I'm just going to read words on the website as regards this particular question. Now, you might be able to apply to change or switch to a skilled worker visa if you're already in the UK on a different type of visa. Your partner or child's visa will not automatically switch to this visa if you switch yours. If they do not switch their visa, it will be valid until its original date, until original end date. They can either apply at the same time as you or at any time before their current visa expires. Now, if you're on a dependent visa and you're able to secure a tier 2 job, which gives you COS to move to a skilled worker visa, initially, before this new policy, if you're a student, you can practically decide to change immediately to becoming your dependent, if that makes sense. However, with the new policy, the only way this can happen is if the dependent was able to secure a skilled worker visa, and the other family members who are also dependent can switch to this visa, while the student needs to wait until the completion of his program before he can join his or her partner on the skilled worker visa. That is the new rule. However, if you're probably not financially buoyant enough to switch your other family member, probably your kids, then your children can still remain on that dependent visa till the end of the expiration of that particular visa. Then everyone can then switch to join the dependent who is now on the skilled worker visa. Now, for a skilled worker visa, it's no longer news that getting your visa approved in the UK, it's a point-based system. It means certain points are collated, and if you're able to meet the minimum score or point required for that visa, then you'll be eligible to get that visa. Now, one of the points, or one of the things that is part of the point-based system of a skilled worker is having your proof of English proficiency. And based on information on the UK.gov website, gov.uk, it says that you will usually need to prove your English or your knowledge of English when you apply, unless you did this in the previous successful application. So I get a lot of people ask me, oh, if I'm a student in the UK and I did a 1-year master's program, if I'm applying for a skilled worker, do I need to provide proof of English proficiency? The answer is no. So far, you've been able to provide that in your previous application, that you don't need to do same anymore. Now, you can prove your English proficiency by passing a secured English language test, which is known as the SELT, from an approved provider. You can check out the link on gov.uk. You must also have a GCSE A-level Scottish National Qualification Level 4 or 5, Scottish Higher or Advanced Higher in English, gained through study at the UK that you began when you were under 18. Another way of getting your English proficiency aside from IELTS is through NAWIC. With NAWIC, you're able to secure proof of English proficiency. And not all nationals are required to provide this English proficiency. If you're a national of the following countries, as you can see on the screen: Australia, the Bahamas, Barbados, Canada, Dominical, Jamaica. It's really fascinating how come Jamaica is on this list and Nigeria is not on the list. Anyway, no shades to Jamaicans. And USA, St. Lucia, and many others, New Zealand. If you're a national of any of those countries, then you do not, or you're not necessarily required to provide any proof of English proficiency. Alright guys, so that's the end of this video. If you find this video, also click on the like button. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, hit the subscribe button to join the amazing Grow family. And my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.